Hello, I'm Phil Ernest, and I'm at the summit of Cucamonga Peak. Today you will see a house literally built around a tree. I will also show you where to find this fresh spring mountain water literally coming out of the mountain. And finally, this amazing view from the summit of Cucamonga Peak. To get to the trailhead, take the 210 East and exit on Baseline Road, exit 52. Then get on Padua Avenue and drive 1.7 miles, turn right onto Mount Baldy Road. Pass Mount Baldy Village and pick up a permit at the ranger station. A day permit can be purchased for $5. Then get back in the car and drive 1.5 miles. Turn right onto Ice Canyon Road. When you get to the parking lot, don't forget to put your permit on your inside windshield dashboard. Looking at the trail map, Ice House Canyon to Cucamonga Peak is an 11.6 mile round trip hike with a vertical gain of 4,000 feet. This is what the start of the trailhead looks like. There are two billboards, one showing you the rules and regulations of the park, the other showing you the different trails of the park. Also, if you plan on spending the night camping overnight, please fill out a visitor's permit and drop it in the box. It is free. Not more than 5 minutes into the hike, you will see this house, literally built around a tree. In the summer months, there are rattlesnake warnings in this part of the hike, so please be careful and keep your eyes peeled for any rattlesnakes. Departing from the parking lot along Ice House Canyon Road, the trail takes course along the northern bank of a creek that flows down the canyon with crystal clear water tumbles past oaks and sycamores. This is a fine venue for a directionless romp through nature with those disinterested in following the trail. A half-dozen cabins are spread out along the bottom of the canyon, along with another half-dozen stone foundations, ruins left over from the early days. The trail passes these current and past dwellings, ascending gradually into a wilderness with less and less human impact. If you are enjoying this video and finding it informative, please hit the thumbs up button. Also, if you are enjoying this content and would like to see more of this type of content, please subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel grow. Ice House Canyon is located in a beautiful stretch of the Angeles National Forest near Mount Baldy Village, just southwest of the mighty Mount Baldy. A trail through the canyon leads up to the Ice House Saddle. At 7,500 feet, this low point in the ridge offers sweeping views of the western San Gabriel Mountains. From the saddle, hikers and backpackers may continue on in several directions to explore nearby peaks and venture deeper into the Cucamonga wilderness. The single track to Ice House Saddle climbs 2,600 feet over 3.6 miles and is an exceptional hike. The Ice House Canyon Trail continues straight ahead, eventually crossing over the south side of the creek. Incense cedars and firs become the dominant arbors. And 0.8 miles past the junction, the trail crosses a sign marking the boundaries of Cucamonga Wilderness. This is the halfway point by mileage, but in some ways, the hike is just beginning. As you hike past the cabins, please be respectful and keep your noise level to a minimum. For the most part, this trail is very good with the signs posted letting you know how far you are from a particular distance. This sign letting you know you are 2.6 miles from Ice House Saddle. There are also signs posted telling you to please prevent trail destruction. Do not cross the switchbacks. A point worth mentioning if you plan on hiking this trail during the winter. Snowfall can cover the entire landscape with a thick white blanket. the path over the snow should be well packed, firm, and easy to cross. But be careful. If you step in the wrong place, you could find yourself in snow up to your thigh. For this reason, many hikers wear snowshoes and crampons during the winter months, but the trail is still manageable in boots. Normally, the trail crosses to the north side of the canyon and climbs up a series of switchbacks to get to Ice House Saddle. However, when the snow is thick, it can make it difficult to follow the switchbacks. So, people are prone to cut the switchbacks and take a direct track right up the center of the canyon. This is why they have signs posted clearly, "Please do not cut the switchbacks." If you have been hiking consistently without taking a break from the parking lot, this is where you should be at the 1 hour mark. Not long after crossing into the Cucamonga wilderness, the trail begins to climb more seriously. Your heart starts to pound and your thighs start to burn. And then you hit the real steep section. An arduous march up a slippery slope called the waterfall. Have a look around for inspiration. The views of Mount Baldy are as good as they come. About 2.5 miles into the hike, you'll come across this tree. This is where the fresh mountain spring water is coming out from the mountain. Although you can't see it from the trail itself, as you can see these hikers above walking right over it, not even knowing it's there. Although you can hear it as you pass by. I will now fill up my water bottle and take a nice big drink of this fresh spring mountain water. The water is so good and so cold, it gives me a little bit of a brain freeze. After a refreshing mountain spring water break, at this point I am 0.6 miles from the Ice House Saddle. Just a few more switchbacks and it won't be long until you reach the saddle. As you gradually begin to get closer and closer to the saddle, the trail begins to level off a little bit. When you see the pine cones thrown on the ground, you know you're very close to the saddle. And this is the last stretch till you reach it. The neat thing about reaching the saddle is, hikers may turn around at the saddle or continue on in 4 different directions. There are signs clearly marked on different directions you could take to trails to go there. I am going to go to Cucamonga Peak, that is 2.4 miles away from the saddle. After a little break, I'm now back up on the trail and heading to Cucamonga Peak. At this time, I'd like to give you a little history of Ice House Canyon. The name dates from the 1860s when an ice plant in the lower canyon supplied ice to valley residents. The ice business is long gone, but the name is still fitting, as frigid air often blows through the canyon and can even chill the hiker on an early summer morning. In the winter, it can be a deep freeze. And speaking of a chill, when you reach the plateau, the winds are blowing cold. While it is refreshing to enjoy those winds after hiking in the hot sun for a few hours, the incline starts right back up. After about 25 minutes of doing the switchbacks on the trail, you come to this most important part of the hike, the unmarked post. This is the post that you need to take straight on up to go to the peak. Do not turn left and go on that trail. There's the post. Go straight on up and you are 6 minutes from the top. When you see these trees, you know you've made it to Cucamonga Peak. Congratulations, and take in the fact that you just hiked all of that and the beautiful views below. Inside this little tackle box is a notepad with a pin. Hikers like to sign their name on it to let other hikers know they've made it. Cucamonga Peak, 8,862 feet. Another favorite thing that hikers like to do whenever they've summited a peak is to pick up the sign and have a picture taken with them and the sign together, as I will now demonstrate. If If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I post a new video every week. Also, if you would like to see other California hikes that I've done, click on this link to enjoy those as well. Thank you so much for watching.